Hello, everyone. Here, gonna put my light on. It's a cold day in Atlanta. I thought spring had sprung. I did. I'm so excited about spring. Anyway, hi. It's me, Rena. I'm trying to put my microphone on. The Slow Knitter. I am here on YouTube as the Slow Knitter. And I'm also on Instagram as the Slow Knitter, getting all of this over with. And I can be found on Ravelry as Rena Lydia. And also I have a Facebook page that's the Slow Knitter. So come see me, like me, subscribe to my channel, please. And I don't know, follow me on Instagram. I think that's what we're supposed to say, right? I'm just moving the camera a little bit to get some of this glare out. Oh, much better, much better. Hi, welcome to the Slow Knitter land, where I think I may have finally set up the right stuff for video podcasting. So, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm all wrapped up in my shawl because it's freaking cold. I mean, I took the dogs out this morning. I think it was like, I probably was like 40, but it felt, because it's really windy, it felt more like 20. I mean, it was so cold. So now I have some notes. I'm much better prepared. So I'll go right into it. Let's see. Oh, did I tell you I have the slowknitter.com website as well? Okay. I'm going to start. This is going to be a podcast about WIPs. And the name of this podcast, this is podcast episode 8, and the name of the podcast is WIP Monogamy. That means I'm not doing anything else but my WIPs, which is great because at some point these WIPs needed to get done. So I'm so glad that they are now getting done. And I've made some progress, and I'll show you it. But I have been a very good girl and not cast on anything new. Anyway, I want to start out with some thank yous because you know, this community, this knitting community, this global knitting community is so super generous that I'm blown away by the generosity of it. And I'm new to it. So, you know, I've only been involved with the knitting community on Instagram and on YouTube only for about 3 months. And yet the generosity is just blowing me away. So I want to start out with some thank yous, okay? And so first I'm going to thank Angie, who is one of my Instagram followers and one of my YouTube subscribers. Angie's from Iowa, and she sent me a note wanting to know. She knows that I love project bags and all things yarn. So she wanted to know if she could send me a project bag. And I said, well, sure, thanks very much. But yeah, sure. Why not? Well, she didn't send me one project bag. She sent me 2 project bags, a ton of Progress Keepers stitch markers, a yarn of wool, doggy goodies for Zoe and Bella, some local Iowa candy. I mean, it was a big box. I was blown away. Thanks, Angie. Let me show you what she sent me. Oh, hold on. I have to go get it. I don't want my microphone to fall off. Which it could. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to show you some of the stuff because the other stuff is just like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm still like blown away by what she sent me. I'm still blown away. So let me get my microphone back on, because I know you probably can hear me without it being clipped on, but to tell you the truth, I'd rather it be clipped on. All right, let me start with the project bags. She said she made some. Look at this. I don't know, can you see it? It's gorgeous. It's big. I mean, it's a shawl project kind of, you know, it's got a great bottom to stand up. It's gorgeous. I'm telling you, was so blown away by that. And not just one, but 2. Here's the other one. Oh my God. Anyway, thank you, Angie. It's so great. I love it, love it, love it. Not only did she send me that, Not only did she send me those, but she sent me a skein of local indie dyer, because she knows that I'm collecting indie dyed yarns. A local indie dyer from Iowa, whose name is the Little Pig. Can you see that? So cute. And this color is like pink with blues, and I mean, when I wind this up, it's sock yarn. I could easily make a pair of socks or put this. I have a lot of coordinating colors. This is just gorgeous. So I'm very, very, very happy with this. Thank you so much. And I'm going to look up this little pig, and the color is Baby Watermelon. Can you see that? I can't figure out how to focus yet on this. There you go. Well, trust me, it's called it's called Sugar Baby Watermelon. So gorgeous, right? So happy. That just made me, and I'm telling you, there were like 30 plus progress keepers and stitch markers. I'll post it on Instagram. It was so wonderful. It just blew me away. And the doggies were like, they knew there was something in the package for them. They were like jumping up and down. I was like, no, this is Mama's package. Anyway, so thank you for all that yarny goodness. It just made my day. And then, thanks to Karen, who is, I Knit To Purl To, I'm looking at my notes. I Knit To Purl To on Instagram. And she's also the indie dyer behind Corda Bella Yarn. She also is a designer, so she has some patterns. She sent me one of her patterns for free. And it's perfect. It's like one skein. I'm going to use the purple haze that she sent me, that I bought on from her yarn company. Thank you, Karen. It was so generous, and I love the purple haze yarn. So. I was, I'll post it again with her pattern. It was really so generous. Thank you, Karen. I loved it. Okay. Shall we talk about WIPs? Because I have been monogamous. I have only done my WIPs. I have not cast on anything new. I am chomping at the bit to do it, but I'm not going to do it. So let me show you where I am on some of these. My trusty assistant, the chair, will be coming over. So, I'm so afraid of like losing this. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. I know I'm not gonna lose it, but one of the needle holders fell off. So this is my Melanie Berg shawl, and I've talked to you about it. And I've shown it to you, but I've made a lot of progress by starting sort of the end of it, which, look how big this thing is. It's huge. Starting the end of it, where all the colors that I started with will make another appearance at the end. It's huge. It's really big. I didn't do a repeat. I skipped a repeat of this difficult stitch that was really bothering my shoulder and my tendonitis, and it's just like a 4 repeat thing. I thought, you know what, no one's gonna miss it but me. I'll know it. No one else. Maybe Melanie will know, but she'll see it. Where is that other color? But you know what, it's enough. I'm a small person, and this shawl is huge, but it's gonna be so wonderful afterwards. So progress. Yay! Progress on that. Then my Janina Callio shawl, which is a Passaggeita, which I'm using Woolen Vine for, which you know how much I love Woolen Vine yarns, is really coming along, because I was hoping I would have add the other color in, and I have. So I'm making progress, not fast enough for me, but working on all these at one time is, yikes, overwhelming. So my Passaggeita shawl is coming along very nicely, and I've got the second color of the Woolen Vine, which is Venus Flytrap, and it's a beautiful, beautiful shawl. Pattern is super, super easy, And this Full-on yarn is just like blowing me away. So, and the second color is called Venus Flytrap, and it's on her narwhal base, where the lighter color is on the her Blitz sock base, but they go together really, really well. So as you know, this grows, you'll be seeing a lot more of the Venus Flytrap color. So yay on that. And my cute little hat, which is in my, I keep showing this hipster bag because I just love it. It's a doggy bag. My little cute Belugah Slouch hat is coming along. Again, I'd hoped that by this episode I will have finished it, but no. The shawls have me a little bit wrapped up. But this is a cute little slouch hat, and I'm going to put a little white pom-pom at the end of it, and it'll go to somebody that lives up north, because we don't get that cold down here. Really, we don't. So I'm really, really happy. And last but not least, remember I told you in the last episode that my a pattern had escaped, and I never found the original pattern to know where I am. So I had to print out another one. So hold on, because this camera is flashing at me and it's about to go into its second segment. All right, here it goes. Anyway, so here we are, second segment, which I put together in editing. Anyway, so I did find it on my computer, so I printed it out again. I don't think I can, I think I know where I am. I was reading the pattern and I was like, how many, what? I think I know where I am, so I can just pick it up. If I can't figure it out, I haven't done that much of it, so I can think back to the cast on and start again. That's a possibility. But what I really want to show you is this project is being held in this project bag that was recommended by Susan B. Anderson in one of her recent video podcasts. I don't know how recent it was. Maybe it was, I don't know. Anyway, this project bag, first of all, it's sort of bucket and drawstring, which I usually do the zipper, but I really like it. And it's just a little project bag, but look at the trees are little yarn balls. Tell me that it's not the cutest thing in the world. And the inside of it is really beautiful. I mean, it's so complimentary and I love it. And this is how it looks. It's gorgeous. And the company is Lowland Originals. She can be found on Etsy. And somewhere is her card, but it's Renee, and it's Lowland Originals on Etsy. Look her up. And she's in the Netherlands, and the quality is really excellent, excellent, excellent. So I was happy to get it. She's definitely on my high list for project bag acquisition. So I strongly recommend her. And then last project bag I'll show is from Amber at Banna and Bean. And I love Amber's project bags. I think this is the third one I got. Really, I'm addicted to Amber's project bags. I'm terribly addicted to them. So listen, go to Banna and Bean on Etsy and get a project bag from her. It's reasonably priced. It's not outrageous, and she always sends wonderful goodies with it, including Lydia from O-Loops always gives her a mini skein to include in her project bags, and so she's included that. I'm going to dive down and pick up one of my WIPs which dropped to the floor. So, I can just scoot it out of the way. Isn't that so nasty that we kick our WIPs around. We shouldn't kick our whips around. So that was really great. So I am going to turn around now and show. Oh, here's the little O-loops skein that is sent with when Amber sends a project bag. She always includes a little mini skein from Lydia of O-loops. So cool, right? And it'd be perfect to make a little mitered square out of. So I add this to my mitered square pile. Yay! All right, shall we talk about yarns? I think so. Okay, project bags out of the way. Yarns. Okay, I don't know. Have you guys been to your local yarn store and seen this Blue Sky Fiber slouchy hat kit? So the wonderful gals over at Yarning for You, EWE, which is one of my local yarn stores, had this, and we were talking about it, and they said, you should just buy it. Of course they would say that. But either I'm going to make it, it's going to be part of a giveaway, which stay tuned for more information on that, or I'll give it to a friend who is a really good hat maker, make her make it. Anyway, I love it. I really do love it. So many different colors, and it'd be fun. But I posted on Instagram that I had joined, well, for a short while, Yarnbox. It's one of those subscription yarn services, and I would say that, part of it's on me. And I did this in December when I was really not sure what I was doing. Anyway, I think it's redundant to do a subscription service like that if I'm on the quest for great indie dyed yarns. It's a little redundant. So I decided, I got the first package. I liked part of it. I liked the little gift accessory. But in the big scheme of things, I think I'm better off just supporting the indie dyed yarn community. I'm much better off doing that because it's beautiful stuff, first of all. And second of all, there's something about that. Now I know that Yarnbox sometimes dips into the indie dyed yarn community to get some of their yarns, but I thought, I just would rather go one-on-one. Anyway, so the package, I will say, it's quite beautiful. This is from Art Yarns, Isabel Schreier of Art Yarns. And it is this rich, dark, lovely purple. And I think it's fingering. I lost the tag. It's somewhere. Anyway, I could really, I don't know, do lots with this. I mean, this is, look how beautiful that purple is. It's gorgeous. So I will do something with this. But they sent, wool wrapped up with this, a couple of skeins of mohair. One has stellina in it. I think you can see that. And one does not. I am not a mohair person. So I know that the best way to do this is probably knit with this and this. But again, not a mohair person. So, anyway. Then I got this cute little accessory with it. Hold on, I'm putting the box together. Which was a wristlet. And it carries your goodies if you want. Your goodies carried on your wrists. Carries your goodies. And this little cute project keeper. So if you're knitting and you need your something, you just, it's a good idea. I like it. So, but then after I got it and I looked at it and I looked at my indie dyed yarns, I thought, I think you better cancel it. So I canceled it. Sorry, Yarnbox. I gave it a chance, but it didn't blow me away, whereas my indie dyed yarn constantly blows me away. So I thought, okay, I tried it. Also, I got a couple of new skeins from one of my favorite indie dyed yarn producers, Lauren of Old Rusted Chair. If you remember, I bought this a few months ago. And this is her A Kind of Magic. It's fingering. It's really wonderful, gray with all sorts of speckles. Beautiful. So I'm always following her on Instagram, watching her on Instagram, and saw a couple of other things. If you remember, when I last podcasted, I talked about this skein, which is this really rich blue, and I didn't know what OOAK stood for. I was like, ook? What is that, ook? I had a lot of my subscribers said, no, dummy, that's one of a kind. No, but nobody said no, dummy. They said, just so you know, ook, OOAK, is one of a kind. Okay, now I know. Anyway, so we messaged back and forth, and she said, I'm glad you ordered that, but that's not the one that you really loved, because I did comment that I really loved one of them. She said, you really loved Bijou. Look at that. All right, so you've been with me through my purple phase, through my green phase. Now I seem to be on a purple phase. Let me see. Let's focus this a little bit. Here we go. Bijou, purple. And she made a sweater out of this, which was in her November pictures. And I love it. And I just can't help but think that these two would be really beautiful together. I mean, actually all three would be. So this thing's going to flash in a minute and tell me that another segment is about to come up. So I'll stick with it. Or I can just turn them off and turn it back on. So bear with me while I do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, it won't do it. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you about that. So those are my acquisitions, my yarn acquisitions. I do have more yarn coming though. I keep buying. Why not? I mean, first of all, some of it's going to be part of a secret giveaway I'm about to tell you about. And then some of it I'm just going to work on different projects for. So let me also tell you that I also have some new video equipment which I purchased and invested in and practiced on. Don't know if it's going to work. Hopefully it will. I'm hoping it will go well. I think it will. It's got camera, tripod, software, disc, the whole 9 yards. Because I love doing this. Even if, if I talk to like 3 of you, I don't care. I love it. And I'm having a good time. I'm learning so much from all of you. All right. Quickly on new podcasts. I've watched Rachel from Treehouse Knits, and I think I posted about a book we're reading. If I can find the book. Where's the book? It's here somewhere. Called Women Work. Oh, it fell on the floor. Hold on. Okay, back. Women's work. If you're interested, I was listening to her podcast and she was telling me about this book club that they're reading, and they're reading this book called Women's Work, the First 20,000 Years. 20,000 years. And it's about women's influence, or textiles influence on women, or women's influence on textiles. And it's about the history of women and textile throughout centuries. I mean, it's a fantastic book. It's a slow read because it's a little dry, but so interesting. Particularly if you spin or weave, you need to get this book because you could learn a lot about what the origins of a lot of this was, which is just fascinating. So there's a Facebook page. If you go to Rachel's website, thknits.com, you will find her blog or reference to this book, And she has a closed Facebook group that you can have access to and be a member of. So it's great because they have like weekly discussions, and there's a Google Hangout, which I'm not part of because I don't get that whole thing, but I do join the Facebook conversations that are going on around it. That's good. Anyway, check it out. It's just interesting just about the fiber community and how women get involved with it. Anyway, then I have discovered Sew Perfect Pearls. SEW Perfect PURLS Pearls. It's hosted by Jade. She's lovely and interesting. She is also a spinner, and big apparatus spinner, and then little spindle spinner, and a knitter and a seamstress, sewer, and she's just charming. I just really enjoyed watching her. Also, I want to give a shout out to Tracy of Thimble and Threads Make. She's in the UK. She's darling, and she has given me one skein shawl ideas because I have so much of this beautiful yarn, sock yarn. Well, some of them I'm going to make socks out of eventually, and some of them I want to do shawls. So she's given me a couple of really good ideas for shawls. So I'm going to recommend that. So here's a task for you. On my Ravelry podcast group, the Slow Knitter podcast group, I'm going to start a thread of one skein shawl ideas. I'm going to put down what Tracy recommended, and then if you all could go there and tell me a little bit about yourself in the welcome area, and then also give me some recommendations for one skein shawl ideas. Now, Karen from I Knit 2 Purl 2 Cordabella, the pattern she sent me is a one skein sort of kerchiefy like this shawl idea, which is great. Plus I bought another one of her patterns which has the same kind of thing. So I would really love your recommendations for that, because I do want to I have to start knitting now for Christmas. Really, I do. And everyone loves shawls. So anyway, anyone can go to my Ravelry group page and then give me some ideas, but I'll post a little thread starter, and I'll post on Instagram to do that. Good news. I am having a giveaway. I have absolutely no milestone to celebrate this giveaway for, but it's because I want to, and therefore I will. I will be putting out a special little mini video in the next week or so, even less, and maybe in the next few days, when I iron out all the details. But suffice it to say that the prize will be one of these wonderful indie dyed skeins of yarn and some other little goodies that I'll send. And all you have to do is on my Ravelry, my Slow Knitter podcast group, answer a couple of questions. It's around WIPs, since I'm all focused on the WIP monogamy thing. It's about WIPs. So stay tuned for that. I'll be back and I'll show you which yarn that I'm going to be giving away. So hopefully you will participate in that. I think that's it. Let me give you some brief chatter, just really brief. Zoe's back to normal, my little Weimaraner who had cruciate ACL surgery, is back to normal, got cleared from the surgeon, so happy. She's happier. She's still limping a little bit, but I think because the meniscus was involved, I think it's going to be something that she deals with all the time. Secondly, I am involved in this whole FiberShare thing, and I got my FiberShare partner. I'm very excited. I'm putting together her box of goodies, and I hope to send it out maybe this weekend or early next week. Hi, Missy. Missy Mercury Mind is my FiberShare partner. I haven't heard from the one who's supposed to send stuff to me, but I'll just wait, and if I don't hear from him in the next couple of weeks, I'll reach out to FiberShare and see what they have to say. But in the meantime, they encourage you, if you're the giver, to reach out to your givee, your partner. So I did, and so it's so fun to do, and we have a lot of likes, similar likes, so it's going to be easy for me to give her stuff that she really wants. So I'm excited about it. Sock knitting, the gift I'm giving myself after I finish one of these WIPs. I have more WIPs, but these 3 in particular. I'm giving myself permission to start on a pair of socks. I am part of Mina Phillips' New York Sock Club, and the Grand Central socks, you may have seen some postings on that, are beautiful. And so I have everything in mind for that. I'm ready. As I mentioned, I'm going to do the socks concurrently, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm excited about participating in that, as long as I give myself permission to do so when I finish one of these WIPs. See how that works? You really have to do that. Otherwise, it's just another WIP. You don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I can't do that. So that's the gift I'm giving myself for WIP. That's incentive, right? To get moving. So I'm excited about that, finally. Then lastly, in April, we are going to the beach for 3 weeks. We have a beach house down on the Gulf of Mexico in the Panhandle of Florida, near Destin, Florida. And there's a strip that goes along the Gulf called 30A, and our house is about a half mile from 30A. And so we're going down there. I've been down there since 1st of December. That's too long. We were hoping to do February down there, but then we had the Zoe issue. So now we're going for about 3 weeks down the beach and bringing all my equipment. I'm podcasting from the beach. I'm excited about that. And this community really supports fiber arts. And so there's a wonderful little yarn shop. And you go along the busy highway, 4-lane, median in between, outlet mall, blah, 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 all this stuff on there. There's a yarn shop, and it's called Yarn Shop. But it is the Destin Yarn Shop. And it's run by Carol. She has great stuff in there. And every time I go down the beach, I stop in for something. I don't care what accessories, it doesn't matter. I always stop in. But they always have, and they have a table where people just sit around and knit. So I might go over, and I'm definitely going over there, but I might bring my knitting this time and go over there. And I might film a little bit of Carol and the knitting ladies. I don't know anyone, but how we are. We sit, we knit, we chat. So I'm excited about going over to the Destin Yarn Shop when we go in April. But I have a few podcasts before I go. Because we can't leave until sometime the first week of April, because Bob is going to the new Braves stadium. We have a new Atlanta Braves baseball stadium, and Bob is going to an exhibition game. One of his friends has tickets, so he's gonna go. So it'll be fun for him because he loves baseball. He loves all sports. I think that's it. Thank you very much for coming and enjoying this video with me. I enjoyed seeing you. I love all of you. For those who are new, please subscribe, and I will keep you entertained. I will always have yarn and WIPs, and I'll always have WIPs, don't we all? And the occasional FO, which I warned you about in the beginning, that my FOs will be very occasional. Anyway, love you all. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Look for a video on the giveaway that's coming up. See ya. Bye.